Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 33 of Baldur's Gate 3. Boy, that's a lot of threes. And also a lot of me forgetting to save the game. I did sign in to the game between episodes with the intent of just looking around our hotel suite, which I have now done, only to discover that I'd once again not actually saved the game at the end of the last session and lost, in this case, really just 2 or 3 minutes worth of progress, but that's some real brain rot that I've picked up, and I need to break that habit hard. So now we're back. I have gone through and basically ransacked this area of every painting, soap dish, sponge, linen cloth, and everything else that you can possibly pick up in preparation to sell it, but otherwise spoken to no one. So let's have a quick walk around and see who we can talk to.
Please, don't look at me.
I was really hoping that Grub would have some new dialogue.
I brought my own paring knife.
Really?
Now I just need some ingredients and...
Okay, Yenna has nothing new to say. I really thought that they'd have, like, wow, look at this place. This is really nice.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Scratch I am cool with not necessarily having any new dialogue. He is fine wherever he is. He is always home. But especially home with us, now that we've rescued him from those, cruel kennel people. I'm also, if they don't have new dialogue, I'm gonna bet that Nightsong is just completely full of herself over here.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword?
Alright. I am glad that Nightsong has the freedom to be completely full of herself. And, I really mean that in the best possible way.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
That's really interesting, honestly. The idea that he has not seen color, not that vibrancy of color in so long. There's just nothing that I'd really thought about before.
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, we must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
We've already had all those conversations. We'll go on to the next person.
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
This is the city proper, is it? I didn't expect it to be so outrageously ordinary.
All right, nothing new here.
Welcome to the lower city, where Baldur's Gate truly comes alive.
All right, nothing new there.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
What news from the Grove?
Wounds have healed. Damage has been undone. Balance has been restored. Those who seek to serve nature there can once again do so with all their hearts. There have been difficulties. Some initiates harbor too much admiration for Korga's course of action. Francesca will do what she must to rid them of such notions. She is well suited to the task. Better than I, perhaps. To cleanse a land of shadows is one thing, but to sway a heart from a dark path is another matter entirely. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid, to be a leader.
You served the Grove well and found a worthy successor. No one can ask more of you. Sometimes it's your job to be the transition point between two different eras, and you need a steady hand and a clear vision of what changes need to be made in order to move into the next stage of stability. I think he did a great job. Not that I know very much, but no, I think he did a great job.
Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oakfather willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
Let me just ask this, but I suspect that he's been unfair to us and so forth.
I've been
yeah, okay.
But honestly...
I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks.
We can't pick a fight while he's surrounded by his steel watch. That is exactly what I was saying during that encounter.
We could. It would just be a very short one. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of.
I am so glad that there are dialogue choices that allow us to establish in the privacy of our own camp, I'm not seriously working with him. What do you think of his warning of the doppelganger in our camp? And I'll tell you what, that the doppelganger would be Jaheira, I'm going to say doesn't make any sense. Unless she got swapped in the last 10 minutes. Her whole thing talking about Minsk, man, that's a super deep cut. I know that Minsk is famous in this timeline, but it would be such a bizarroid lie to make up. Oh yeah, Minsk, the human from like 100 odd years ago, is still up and kicking, and like the whole thing, it just, her story would be so wild that you'd never believe it if it was coming from a liar. So I just absolutely believe that this is Jaheira. What do you think of his warning of the doppelganger in our camp?
It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt, to peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say. Isn't it?
Have you had any more thought about how we might find Minsk?
I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. The mysterious Keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
She's no one to be trifled with.
Nor are we. But I trust she knows the value of collaboration, especially in times like these. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
Well, mental note, let's bring Jaheira because she seems prepared to make those negotiations. I don't think that there is actually anything else to ask.
Ask it.
No, we've been through all that. Oh, and we also have to check out the basement.
Welcome, traveler. Remember, this ain't the blushing mermaid, it's the elf song. so behave yourself.
You must be the tavern's hired muscle.
That's right. And a lonely job it is too. When you're the muscle, no one thinks about your heart.
I really dislike both of these options. You need a pat on the back, seems incredibly condescending. You don't look very approachable, seems unnecessarily rude. And can you sing? A tavern always needs bards. Why don't we ask her if she can handle a mop or like a skillet? I have no idea why bard. All three of these are kind of awful. I'm gonna go with do you need a pat on the back in the hopes that it's less sarcastic than it sounds?
Very funny. Go on inside. We're looking for comedians.
I don't know why my character was so shitty about that. Can I talk to her again?
I need a quick word. Welcome back. Don't break anything.
No. Wow. All right. Wait, sir.
I don't care what Revere says. A turner and a spatula aren't the same thing. Some chef.
Chef Revere still hears squeaking. Why do you not kill rats? Rats too tough.
I'm here to warn you, you're on this list of murder targets you need to hide.
No, I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats.
We're gonna come back upstairs, and this guy is gonna be minus all 4 limbs. But we did want to go down into the basement, so why not now? You guys, we're actually gonna kill all the rats. We're gonna kill level 1 rats. Wait, actually, I don't know how dangerous they are. They are level 1 rats. Oh, love it. What hour of Baldur's Gate is this now? All right. Wait, how many hit points do they have? 1. They have 1 hit point. So can't we just spike growth all of them? I mean, it seems like a weird way to spend a spell slot, but also... Thanks, Jaheira. Good work. Alyssa could... Wait, they didn't die. Oh, I guess some of them saved. Well... Alyssa doesn't have a lot of multi-shot attacks, but she does have some of these, not the barbed arrows. They're the arrows of many targets. Let's try one of these for the first time. That works. Astarion. I don't know that Astarion has a lot in the way of area effects. Yeah, he's got like a cloud spell. We could blind maybe 1 or more creatures, but why don't we... I think he's fine. And then Karlach. Let's definitely burn one of Karlach's rage. Again, not really with the multi-shot targeting, so I think that we'll probably... Here's the only thing that I'm worried about. This game might have, like... Maybe these rats can sneak attack or do something else that's really nasty, so let's just have her here to attack anybody that tries to get past. Right, we've got this dude as well. Does he have any sort of... All nearby creatures take damage and start burning fiercely. This is a bonus action, so if we can... We don't want to burn our bonus action, no pun intended. We don't want to burn it just getting... dashing into range, but why don't we turn it on now? It'll go on for 3 turns. And fortunately, wait. What is this? Is this fire wine or something? Fire wine! Oh, you guys, if I had done that, we all would have died. So I'm just gonna have him just relax right where he is. Okay. Some rats just died, which is good. Dryad. Dryad also has some spike growth to her. I don't know if we need to do that with those dudes. Why don't we... Well, she can come up here with her magic deal. Wait, is this... What breed of magic is this? This is bonus action. And then finally our Woodwode. Yeah, I feel like we're learning a lesson on action economy here, where the rats are easy to kill, but they only need to succeed at a small percentage of time. I'm glad that we did the spike growth. I think this was smart. Let's have Jaheira. Oh, that's not really what I meant, though. And I do think we're going to do an arrow of many targets again. That seemed really useful. Oops. Wait, I apologize. Go here again. Shoot. All right, we will, sir, we will check that out.
Somewhere among the wine racks.
Where was he talking about? Oh, there's a secret button. Okay. And there we go.
The psionic detector's been activated. There must be Gith Hostiles nearby.
Okay, let's take that very seriously. We have a ring that gives pass without trace, and I've never done it. And I was reading the description of it between episodes. And it lasts until long rest. And it's for all nearby allies, so it's actually, like, really, really useful. Let's just examine this. I think this is the one. Yeah, so why don't we pop this onto, well, anybody, really. Why not just Alyssa? She's not currently concentrating on anything, which is a little concerning since she should usually be having Hunter's Mark.
Invisibilis.
Okay. All right. I think we are all geared up. Let's get into group hide mode. And we're going to have Astarion open the door if we think there's Gith on the other side.
Get Yankee. Blackheath has found us. Get rid of them, quickly.
Working on it. Again, let's take a second. I hope our genius party doesn't wander into their view. But if we can just darken this down, I think it'll give us some maneuvering time to decide how we want to hopefully surprise attack them would be the best. Okay, so we're at least partially obscured now. I bet that Astarion can get out there and turn off these braziers. Okay, but why can't you reach that one? What's different about it, sir? So this person is facing the wall, which is always great when video game characters are busy doing that. We do have a patrol upstairs, and we got a couple people up there. If we could absolutely snipe like one group of them, like we're playing XCOM, while the other one is either too far away to help, or better yet, entirely unaware, that would be ideal. Oh, and they've got like some sort of crazy portal business happening. I don't know what to do about that. I actually think that we might be able to slip past them, because this person's only facing that way, and the patrols over here are none too attentive, and I haven't seen any red splash over into this area at all. And then finally, our very last friend, Mr. Creaks-a-Lot. It's made completely of wood. No cloth, just clicking and tramping around on the stone floor with his big wood feet. Brother has to have like a -22 stealth. It's like wearing plate mail. Fuck, whatever. Okay. Okay, we got everybody across.
What do we have here?
There's 2 people over here and 3 people over here, and then a paladin down there. This person is holding up open a portal, as is this person. Maybe we need to murk both of them. Maybe they're gonna like summon more friends. Can we see? Can we learn anything about them? Psionic Ward, Astral Conduit. While holding open the Astral Rift, but can summon an ally every other turn. Okay, so we definitely need to get these guys first. That's going to take some turn-based mode stuff. No, not ranged attack. Well, no, actually, he's in better position. We should move Alyssa first. Yeah, I think Alyssa runs up and takes an arrow shot at this person. Or should we try to kill this person first? I think we might try to kill that person first. Let's... It does not say that this shot is blocked in any way. Let's do it.
You sought a fight, and now you have one.
What? Were we not fighting? Like, did I... Okay, wait. I'm not gonna fight them if we can talk to them first. I thought this was a... Hold on. It definitely seemed odd that they were occasionally spotting us, and I didn't know if maybe it was because the main person didn't say anything.
I can't waste any more time.
Okay, Alyssa, can you come talk to this person then? I don't know. There's no talk option. Alyssa, just stand up straight and come talk to this person.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are. As brazen as described. The traitor who would steal from our queen. Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home. We know all about the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Most illithids prefer to dominate their thralls through transformation. Yet here you stand, untransformed. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude?
Hold on. Jaheira, can you give me a little guidance? And maybe a little resistance just for good measure. And then, as long as we've got some time that we're not fighting, let's go up here and, like, get ready to get these guys. Because I really think this is going to get violent. I serve none other than the wild tempest that is nature. We are merely allies.
You have fallen prey to its manipulation. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen.
You should know the Emperor. Well, then again, they are very pro-Queen Vlaakith. They're not... Telling them that Orpheus is in there is not really going to change their minds. But why not give them the information? They can't make a decision if we don't give them the truth. We're going to be straight up with them. I would rather say Prince Orpheus is also inside the astral prism. Don't dance around it.
What are you doing?
My dear child, I already know all there is to know. I will liberate you from your puppet master, Shamazala Blackith.
Okay, bad news for them. Jaheira, we have to kill their gate master. Just regular stabbing, right? I think she gets 2 attacks with her twin scimitars. And that's her turn. Oh, but we closed the portal, so that's cool. Alyssa, I don't think there's any benefit to staying down there. This person is ready to parry, which I think means that they'll knock aside the first hit that we give them. Yeah, reducing incoming damage by 20. So let's just not even play that game. Let's have Alyssa probably come up here. I do really want to kill the gatekeeper. I'm just worried they're going to turn that back on and get some more friends. All right, gatekeeper was only level 5, so that's no great success, except that that's fewer people coming through portals. And that's her turn. Okay, and we just lost Pass Without Trace. Well, Astarian's here. He lost his ability to be sneaky. And also, we're not going to be able to do any sort of sneak attack, I don't think. What kind of poisons do we have? Blinded and poisoned. 1 to 10 poison damage. And then Serpent Fang would be... Sure, let's code up. Hold on. Come back. Let's take the Serpent Fang. And then we're going to get this guy. Paralyzing critical. Once per long rest when scoring a critical hit on a humanoid, you can paralyze the target for 2 turns. Let's do this against a higher level person, but let's absolutely sneak attack for the crit. That was perfect! That's exactly what I was hoping that we would do. And then stop there. Now we've got our Dryad friend. Dryad says we've got Spike Growth, and Spike Growth would probably... Gith Yankee can really jump, but yeah, is it worth doing then? Maybe we should just eat some hits. Let's make use of her Strengthened Staff. And then hit this dude. Well, that's 55%, and then this person over here is also 55. So let's get into melee combat here. Just give him a bonk.
For the queen.
Conquering Presence. Yeah. Oh no, Astarian rolled an 8. So I do think that we want to re-roll with advantage. Interesting. Karlach got frightened. I wouldn't have thought that that was even possible. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. I don't think that I have anything that we can do. Maybe we can intimidate her right back. It's only 5% though. I think we just have to do this. Reckless attack. Here's Woodwode. Woodwode has some entangle. Sure, that's going to be a bummer for this guy and not any of our friends, because we've got a don't get entangled ability with us. And then otherwise, let's head right in here.
None fear.
Hold person on Astarion. Let's absolutely do that. Hold person on Astarion. They rolled a 7. We're going to re-roll. Because he saved on the last one. Okay, the Azer. Let's have the Azer get right up here. And we're going to light him on fire now. Bonk! Alright, I'm gonna stay out of the fire. We're gonna come around to the side here. Alyssa. I think the sooner... I think we're going to focus fire on each of these guys as best as we can. That said, the folks over here are in a lot of trouble, so let's have Alyssa start to head over here. Astarion. Now, this person's way easier to kill. I don't know what Psionic Ward Aura does. +5 to saving throws and can't be frightened. Well, I guess that's a good thing that I didn't try to do the Aura. Astarion's been lucky so far. I think that what I want to do... Can we do his bite attack? If the target is humanoid, you become happy and the target becomes bloodless. Let's do his bite. It's been a really long time. 100%. And now we're going to strike with advantage on the rest of it. I have to say, I'm thinking about the paralyzing critical, but for now, let's do the sneak attack. Nah, let's do the paralyzing critical, because I'm... Yeah, let's just do it. And then that is his turn. Yes. Dryad. I gotta say, even only at 55%, her bonk has been very effective. We're not gonna walk too much more in the fire, but we're gonna go for another bonk. Attack an enemy as a reaction if they cast a spell near you. Let's do that. And then, why not Psionic Backlash? Karlach is still afraid, which I think, again, with the disadvantage, gives her not very good chances. Reckless attack. Until your next turn, you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies have advantage against you. Well, we really need to offset that disadvantage. Our first decent hit on her. This is... Who is this? Woodwode? Yeah, Woodwode can't really get out of the fire as much as I'd like. And he doesn't need his regeneration right now. Okay, awesome. Let's get Woodwode out of the fire. And to come on down here. Can we move more, or is that it? Azer, yeah, you can come down here as well. This is the first fight we've actually been able to make very much use of our summons. from Jaheira. Okay, as long as that doesn't hit Woodwode, we're good. Jaheira can't quite get there. Let's see if we can take advantage of this height. Not really. Okay, then we're going to switch back to her weapon set. Come on down. I don't have any knock you down arrows that I'm aware of. I do have knock you back arrows. We could do this. That would actually knock her all the way off if this strikes. Okay, so we took out one person, I think. Or no, we knocked them over, which is good. And now we've got a 98% shot on that. Yeah, let's go for this shot. 98%. Oh, actually, since they're by themselves, why don't we arrow fire them? Okay, I do believe that's another Gith dead. How much longer are you paralyzed for? Another whole turn? Okay, let's see if we can really focus fire on this person. I would love... Do we have any additional... Are we already venomed up? Yes, serpent venom. All right, let's go for this then. We're almost certainly going to dash. And try to get all the way over here. But this was the plan. We had to split the party to take on both portals at the same time. Wrathful Smite. Yeah, we're going to do both of these. Okay, Karlach. Man, this disadvantage sucks. Let's go for Lacerate. No, see, again, it's... We have to get past the disadvantage, and I think her second strike doesn't suffer from it. No, it still does. And we broke concentration on whatever she was doing. Wrathful Smite, for what that's worth. And shoving her doesn't... Well, we could try to shove her off the... No, we're immobile. I was going to try to move over to the side and shove her off the railing, but... Let's do a dash. Oh. Crud. Wait, she is held, isn't she? No, I don't see it up here anyway. I thought that hit. We succeeded. Okay, I thought that had hit. I'm glad for it, because I was like, how can you do anything against hold person? But the answer is you don't have to worry about it. Jaheira, more dashing, please. Dash is foot with wings. The symbols, I really like the iconography in this game. It's... You can tell at a glance, it's just sometimes I just don't see them against the grid of other stuff. Elissa. I feel like Veteran Gish is... Oh no, look, the leader is very close to death. And since Karlach can't hit her, I think that we are going to put it on to Elissa to get it done. Let's Hunter's Mark her. Astarion. Do we have anything else to juice you up? Oh, critical hit! Down goes Paladin. I think we've just done it. That Paladin was very lethal, but I don't want to leave anything to chance. We're still going to come up here.
I got this.
Blackhead is relentless. You handled them well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon.
Right, we're going to get everybody back together, which we just did.
There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
I also think it was a coup to get those portals closed so quickly. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be public works to ensure that the city's streets, sewers, docks, and most importantly, its walls and gates are properly maintained. No policy can be more important. Alright, let's go check the other side. Please find within our latest intelligence on the city's lockdown and alternative smuggling routes to the upper city. Take note and destroy after reading. The rest of the note appears to have been torn off. Then we've got investment opportunities. Ledger of potential investments leads in potential investment leads in Kalimshan. Buy, sell. All right. If we were playing the Baldur's Gate stock market, I'm sure that would be really useful. To the Honorable Lord Eomain, I have received your request for the support of the Knights of the Shield in the expansion of the fish oil trade. The Shield would not be averse to such an arrangement, but the risks it would incur rather outweigh the cut that you have proposed. In short, we are prepared to do business with you, but let us meet to hammer out the finer details. I eagerly await your response. Master Yoru Nightshade.
I'll give it a shot.
After walking to the back of the bulletin board, we read, a ledger documenting the dates of every sabotage operation in Neverwinter and the code names of the Knights of the Shield agents involved. Boy, it really feels like that would be worth something to somebody, but it's probably worth $1 to your local junk merchant. Thanks to Gortash's Steel Watchers, it's becoming more and more difficult to have eyes on what's going on in this city. Hear me out. What if we make a play to reclaim the Shield of Sylvam? If we can keep a beholder at bay, surely it can do something to get around those damn scrying eyes. Alright, we beat up the Githyanki, we've picked up their books, and... oh, nope, we're not done looting the place just yet. For knights only, do not distribute. Buried behind the counting house, path to Baldur's Gate near Upper City. Behind the counting house. I have absolutely not been there yet. Nine Fingers. Here follows a report on the inroads upstart smuggler Enver Gortash has been making on the illicit arms trade in the Kyanthor Valley. Through inroads, badly understates the case. Annexation would be more apt. The former black market leaders, the Knights of the Shield, and outside the city, the Centarum, have been largely supplanted by Gortash's operation. Illegal arms have never been a major component of the guild's business, but given his apparent ambitions, it would be unwise to assume that Gortash will stop there. He bears watching closely. Bursar Ukhtar. Bursar is almost certainly a title. The following individuals are a threat to our operations and need to be silenced. A whole bunch of names that I cannot pronounce. I'm going to glance at this, but I'm going to say, yeah, no.
My old home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you.
Something good here, I hope.
Just a dog collar, huh? Well, it's worth 20 bucks, but I wonder if he's going to have a story about it.
Rascal's collar. My poor four-legged friend. Their lives are so brief, so simple, and yet full.
I don't want to take his dog collar and sell it. I don't dislike the Emperor.
That might be worth a look.
A recipe for fiddlehead soup.
A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that. An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now.
Here's a question that I do have for chat. If a Mind Flayer eats one brain, like human brain, how long is it good for? Is that like an afternoon snack, or is it good for 6 months? How often do they need to feed?
That might be worth a look.
My cutlery set. A gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still.
That's curious.
There she is, in all her glory. Duke Belin Stelmane, my old partner.
Man, that picture's worth 40 bucks. But again, I know that it's a little bit late in the game to get like sentimental about anything. This meant something to him. And the 40 bucks that I can get for it, I don't know. I feel like maybe we'll make a note to stop back here if I'm run dry of $40 at some point. Notes on Mind Flayer's anatomy. You don't want to see what's between their legs. Mind Flayers must consume the brains of humanoids in order to stay alive. It is said that the act of devouring a humanoid brain results in a state of euphoria and contributes to the thin glaze of mucus that coats a Mind Flayer's skin. I have absolutely read this before. Yeah, the quality of the mucus is indicative of the health of the Mind Flayer.
One day, I'll catch a break.
Now, do we want to head downstairs? This looks very much like it might be blocking a hidden passage, but I also might just be... Yeah, I take it back, because you actually can't move the camera over there. So that's my cheapo metagame way of saying there's probably nothing back there. Let's head down the hatch. Oh my. Okay. There's a lot happening in the sewers, it turns out. This is a convenient way to get around. Let's look in this room, but I don't know if we're going to do this. I haven't even looked around the regular lower city, much less the under lower city. Invasion plans for Baldur's Gate we've definitely already read. What is this?
Squall! It's not safe here. It's too late for me, but not for you. Run as fast as your legs can carry you.
This is very obviously a shapeshifter. I don't believe this for even 1 second. What are you doing down here?
Shapeshifter, or in the red. She seized me from our camp, bore me here to Baal's enclave. She slit my belly and filled her cup with my blood. A toast, she said, to her false god. She told me when her cup ran dry, she'd come for the rest of me. I'm done for. I will hold her off as long as I'm able. Run while you still can. Don't even think about fighting her. This foe is too powerful.
Lae'zel would never speak this way. I have no fear of Orin.
You'd underestimate Orin the Red. The last mistake you'll ever make.
I happen to think she's stupid and ugly, too.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet.
Why don't we try to foment additional distrust between them? Gortash warned me you'd try something like this is both factually true and sure to continue to push the two of them apart. Gortash warned me you'd try something like this.
Gortash, the little Lord of Darkness. I know him well. Yes, yes, and he knows me. Knows how my blades sculpt and carve this city. I could peel a fine pelt from the mutt I caught sniffing at your heels. Drag skin from flesh, from bone. I will not slice. Her kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you.
This is what I was thinking. Come for me and you'll meet your god soon enough. Although this is better, so does everybody else. I'm afraid he'll have to wait his turn.
The Murder Lord does not need permission to kill. You are dull. A blunt blade unfit to flay. But you could be sharpened, thin and jagged. Yes, I will tell you what to do.
How exactly do I sharpen myself?
Against the tyrant's throat, of course.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
We slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is balls. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
I'm assuming that her assassins are the doppelgangers that we've already faced and won a couple times. The prospect of facing them off against them week after week, year after year, until eventually they get us, like, that is a concern. But that's a threat that we've already had some success at mitigating. The idea that she has a knife at Karlach's throat, that is concerning. I was going to kill Gortash anyway. If we can broker a deal with her so that she doesn't kill Lae'zel, and then we're going to have a stand-up fight against her to whatever extent that she would ever honor such a deal, that seems fine. And we're certainly not going to plead with her. She's obviously stabbing her ally in the back, but let's talk to her about it. You're stabbing your ally in the back, or rather asking me to.
Oh no, we had a balance. The chosen three. But it tumbled when you turned the Bone Lord to ash. Now, Gortash tries to gouge me from the city. That festering inadequate thinks me a flesher, butchering and cleaving only to whip the herd towards his tin men's oppression. You must kill him. Gore him like a pig prepped for the spit. Only then will you be sweet and sharp, ready for the Murder Lord's purpose.
Sounds like you can't defeat Gortash without me. You need me. I like that response a lot.
Need? No, I do not need. You are made of nothing. Meaningless flesh and bone. I do not need. I offer. Baal's age approaches, and you could be there to see it. An idol of flesh, made to welcome his bleeding dawn. There is time for you yet. Time to save. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
Oh, is this a backpack full of Lae'zel's stuff? Maybe that's her evidence. Or is it a backpack full of Lae'zel's bones? Hold on. Yeah, look, it's got the Githyanki egg. No, she definitely has Lae'zel. Okay, so let's send this back to camp, I guess. Let's all make a pact to remember the fact that Lae'zel's, everything that Lae'zel owns is in a specific backpack. We're going to do what she says, and I will tell you why. We were always going to do everything that she just said. We were already planning to go to the Steel Watch to disable them. I said one episode ago that attempting to fight Gortash in a hall full of Steel Watchmen didn't make any sense, since we talked with Wolbrin, and we have a bomb, and we're going to walk it into the heart of the Steel Watch Foundry, and I said, For all I know, blowing up their factory will shut all these guys down. I don't really know how they work. She said something about like slaying their skull mines or whatever. It makes me believe that there's a central control center where all of the Steel Watch guys are being controlled. We go there, we blow it up. We were already going to do that. Then we go confront Gortash, and then we come for her, and in exchange, she's making the promise that she won't kill Lae'zel. And here's the thing. I believe her. I absolutely believe that if we go in there, then we can permanently lose Lae'zel. I don't know that, but this is the sort of game that says, hey, you didn't take me seriously, let me show you how serious I am. So I'm going to proceed as if, and we're absolutely going to go do that. She says that if we step a foot into her realm, she's going to kill Lae'zel, and the trouble is, I didn't know that this was her realm. I don't know where that starts, unless there's a sign. A journal stamped with the official seal of Duke Bellin Stelmane. It appears to be an attendance log of the care given during the Duke's ongoing illness. Yes, she suddenly got very sick. The most recent entries detail the deterioration in the Duke's condition. Can't explain the relapse. Duke lacks appetite, awareness, or interest in anything. Occasionally asks after a visitor, which I suspect might be the cause of the current condition. Duke used to receive visitor in private every 10 day, always hooded and cloaked, always shown in and left to attend Duke privately. No luck in finding, oddly enough, can't recall visitor's gender or even stature, could be half-orc or halfling for all I know. Hoping for their return, visits appeared to ease the Duke's mind and body greatly. I mean, the first thing you might think is that it's Orin and that Orin is poisoning her, but do we get the sense that Orin is much for playing the long game? She seems to be mostly interested in what she can cut and rip open, not poison and deteriorate over a long period in time. I would definitely want to show this to the Gauntlet, not Valyria. Devella. Let's just pick that up for now. Really seems important. Alright, let's have a chat with the chef, who seems to be sulking.
You kill the rats, yes?
I heard commotion in the cellar.
Good. Perfect. Here, you take this. And do not worry. Chef Revere's eyes will be kept most peeled for murderous knaves.
Chef Revere was pleased and rewarded us. $350? Sir, I was just warning you about not getting killed, but I guess this is services rendered for those rats. He really hated those rats. That's like 20 bucks per rat. Oh, hold on. His silver cake stand is apparently up for grabs. I want to go upstairs to see if Lae'zel is there, and I think that the answer is no, but more importantly, I'm curious if the other people have anything to say about what happened.
The great Orin the Red tugs your sleeve, sulking for attention. She might come to regret it yet. Lae'zel will not break easily. But Orin will only enjoy her work the more for that if we give her the time.
Will Orin truly free Lae'zel if we slay Gortash? I'm not so sure. A rescue may be in order.
Damn it all! We've got to get Lae'zel back. If that means killing Gortash, nothing would give me greater pleasure.
Oh yeah, that's a win-win-win. Everybody gets what they want. Especially Orin, who's going to get both the death of Gortash and then a great deal of violence.
Bloody shape-shifting freak! No one takes my Gith Yankee and gets away with it.
Lae'zel was a formidable addition to our party. Our odds without her are diminished. We should consider Orin's terms carefully, however distasteful we may find them.
You almost pity Orin, taking Lae'zel like that. Give her half a chance, and she'll rip out the shapeshifter's spine.
I like the fact that he's very chipper, and also he just happens to have the happy condition since we gave him a nice nosh on that Gith Yankee back there. I'm going to assume Dame Aelin doesn't have anything to say.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword.
Worth a shot. Let's not worry about Withers. And Scratch, I'm sure, is just jazzed up. Yenna, just a quick question. How are you? Are you Orin?
I brought my own pairing knife.
No. It is still conceivable that she's Orin. I would just really want to talk with the folks that were back here in the hotel room. Hey, did Yenna just vanish for a long period in time? It seems like something they would bring up, though.
Still breathing. Despite everything.
Okay, we've already talked with those folks. I think that our next goal would be to take out the Seal Watch. Disable the Seal Watch. We have Wolburn's Rune Powder Bomb, which can destroy the Seal Watch Foundry. The Foundry is in the lower city down by the docks, which is here. Oh my. We are very far away from that. Well, between here and there, then let's go talk. Based on where we are, I think our next goal then will be talk to the editor of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. It is just a short distance to the south.
I don't really agree with Lord Gortash's methods, but the man does get things done.
Only Lord Gortash has the strength to protect our city.
Gortash is the light bringer. Gortash will burn the Absolute to smoke and ashes.
The Steel Watchers are doing most of the good here, really. I'd love a gander at those schematics.
Lord Gortash is exactly what Baldur's Gate needs. I dread to think where we'd be without the Steel Watch.
You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
I think the Golden Dragonborn look really amazing in this game. Just the way that the light sort of reflects off of their scales. It's really impressive.
Listen, pal, if you're not moving my share of broadsheets, you're in my way. Shift!
I am so glad.
No time to chat, mate, sorry. Since Gortash donated this printing machine, we've had ridiculous volume to shift.
These writers sure do have a lot to say. The amount of trees they must have cut down to print all these papers. And people complain about the Steel Watch taking up resources. Huh.
No, we are not censoring the mouth. We are simply doing a routine inspection. And no, I cannot sell you a copy.
If the Steel Watchers had eyes, at least you'd feel like you were being watched by something with a soul.
We've already talked with Bronte. How about Delkin?
I keep telling you, animals, if you want to buy a Gazette, talk to the loud little shit screaming headlines. I deliver the papers. I do not sell them.
Boy, I got my eye on you. You got the look of a troublemaker.
I just packed the papers. If you've got a complaint, editor's inside.
Just the person we're looking to talk to.
156, 157, 15. Oh, I'm sorry, can't chat. 15. Shit! Where was I up to?
158.
Oh, thank Corellin. You're a lifesaver. 158, 159.
What benefit would it be to me to ruin her counting?
In my opinion, watch yourself in there. Sarky bastards, these writer types.
I'm glad you asked.
It'd certainly help with the dishes. Okay.
Hey, cut it out, will you? I've got deliveries to manage.
Afraid I'll have to ask you to stop there. Only Etfard's allowed to use the basement elevator.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a elevator over there. We're not going to steal any newspapers. I will buy them. I like the newspapers that we've seen so far.
You ever heard of this many guards for a bloody broadsheet? It's ridiculous.
Even the Seal Watch is in here. Interesting.
Don't know about you, but them big metal bastards really put me off my flow.
Citizen, you are being accompanied by a malfunctioning Steel Watcher. Please stand back.
I think you have the wrong hunk of metal.
False. Report your purpose, Steel Watcher. Why are you following these citizens unbidden? Ah. I understand your malfunction. Your unit is a highly outdated model. The Ragnak's casement protecting your metallurgized iced valves is burning well outside the recommended temperature. Please report to the Steelwatch Foundry for dismantling.
Hold on. If we can help Karlach, I absolutely want to do that. So Damon didn't say anything. He was very dead. Do you know how to fix this malfunctioning engine? If the game is gonna glitch out in a way where it suddenly thinks that we talked with Damon, I will absolutely take advantage of that to help Karlach. Same thing Damon said. Do you know how to fix this malfunctioning engine?
Yeah. Hey, Metal Man. If I report to this foundry, can my engine be fixed?
Your make is very obsolete. Repairing your engine would be not only impractical, but impossible. Report to the Steelwatch Foundry for immediate dismantling.
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
It is possible that because Damon never had a chance to work on her, that since that part of the quest wasn't done, she can't be fixed. That's a bummer. For a second, I thought, well, let's not give up hope, but I really thought that it was like, holy shit, we can rejuvenate that quest. It thinks you're one of them, Karlach. Why?
Not sure. Maybe whatever keeps them going is similar to my tin can. Turns out I'm the fucking prototype for these things. I'll dismantle every single one of them.
Any threat to the Steelwatch is a threat to Lord Gortash himself. Please report to the Steelwatch Foundry for immediate dismantling.
Where is the Steelwatch Foundry?
The Steelwatch Foundry is off limits to visitors. This malfunctioning unit can escort itself back.
That's a bummer about Karlach, though.
Alliteration stinks.
We might still get there. Maybe we can talk to like some of the doctors there. We definitely have to blow up the foundry, but now we have a reason to have her with us and to ask around first.
Be vigilant, citizen.
Hang on, you're not allowed down in the basement. Only Master Needle is permitted access to the printworks.
Now, I actually have a disguise kit. I wonder if we could use this to disguise as Master Needle, but I assume I would have to know who that is and what they look like.
Well, if it isn't the city's next celebrity, you star in our next edition's top story.
I think we get straight to it. I'd rather not be in your paper at all. Then again, why wouldn't we, like, ask who he is? I really hope this is still available. I'm sorry, who are you?
Etvard Needle, editor of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette, speaking truth to power since 1450 DR. No need to introduce yourself. I make sure I become intimately familiar with my subjects before writing about them.
Now we'll say I'd rather not be in your paper at all. Anonymity is helpful in my business.
Well, you should have considered that before disgracing yourself in public. I've never heard so much violence against innocent circus freaks before. The truth will be out with tomorrow's broadsheet. People will spit in your face. Your very presence will be bad for business. You'll be a pariah, an outcast, as you should be. And then, we can only hope the Fist do their duty and escort you to the gallows. Your days of scumming up this good city streets will be over.
If what you've just said is true, pissing me off is a bad idea. Stop the article. The thing is, he is surrounded by guards and apparently an anti-gravity machine which has thrown Jaheira up about 4 feet into the air. Who told you this nonsense?
I would never reveal my sources, and certainly not to the likes of you. Besides, you're too late. The headlines are loaded into the print works already. Tomorrow, you will feel the power of free speech. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. Now, guards! I believe our distinguished guest was just leaving. Would you care to escort them out?
I am not prepared to fight the Steel Watch. Why wouldn't we go disable their factory first? Let the guards take you outside. Stop the presses. Edvard Needle has written an article for the next Baldur's Mouth edition that will ruin our reputation. We must stop it from printing. Well, if we go to take care of the Steel Watch right now... What's this?
Baldur's Mouth.
Ah. Then there's going to be a lot fewer guards and we can handle the ones that are still there.
Don't bother the workers out here. They're already behind on deliveries without you lot pestering them.
Between you and me, I don't even read them. Quality of reporting is arse these days.
Sorry, was I not clear enough last time? I don't sell the broadsheets. Goodbye.
And also, I might interact with that disguise kit to see if that helps out.
The hostel's up that way. You won't find better around here, unless you can pay for it.
I bet that hostel lady wouldn't make you clean the dishes.
No, I've got weapons. She'd be welcome to try, though.
This is Joel's house. No letters, no clerics, no herb sellers, no potion peddlers, and no steel watch.
Why would they go to all that effort just to lie to us?
A broken steel watcher. A tag wired to it reads, Unit defective. Return to the Steel Watch Foundry at the West Docks.
Hold on. Disable the Steel Watch. This might just be a note on where the foundry is. We learned that the Steel Watchers are being assembled in the Steel Watch Foundry down by the lower city docks. Yeah, okay, we had that info.
No point reading the Gazette. You might as well be reading the walls of a tavern privy.
It would certainly help with the dishes.
Baldur's Gate's never going to be safe with the Absolute out there. Why would the Gazette lie to an entire city?
Kinda terrifying that the likes of Lord Gortash can just decide what's true or not. Despicable.
The paper says we're safe here, but we're not. We may as well be outside the walls with the Absolute.
I'm still right here.
let's look up here. I feel very comfortable going to the Steel Foundry first. I do feel like we have time before the newspaper gets published.
I'll never understand people who don't want to be famous. The more the people like you, the more you can get away with.
Lolo Fuzzletoes doesn't seem to be available for a chat. And the only trouble with this plan is it does look like the guard here would notice.
You know what? I'm glad they posted me out here. Those writers were starting to piss me off. All the incessant, inane chatter.
Yeah, if this were D&D, I'd use some sort of like a scroll of polymorph of that disguise kit to sort of wave that guy, hey, I forgot my keys. Oh, I'll just go open the front door. No, I need to get in this way for some reason. Don't... and then I'd have to run away. That's how good I am at improv at D&D.
I'm rather enjoying the white. Maybe you should give it a try.
Why, hello there. We were just about to try some of Master Metzley's delightful wines. Would you care to join us?
They do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
Wine scent is almost sickly sweet, with an acrid note just on the periphery. Poison.
Do we just spill the beans immediately? Or should I say Dolor? Oh no, I'm supposed to recognize this name. Master Metzley drink for or Dolor. Oh! The dwarf in red! I do remember. This is the guy who we think killed all of those refugees down in the basement, isn't it? Why don't we confirm his name? Because otherwise, as far as I know, he did a super bad thing. I like poisoning him. As far as I know. I can't check my journal from here, can I? No, I can look at this. If I remember correctly, God, do I want to poison this guy based on what I think I remember from like multiple weeks ago? Oh no. I think that we're going to do it though. We were looking for a dwarf dressed in red who butchered all of the refugees and or like the people down in the basement. And then the shapeshifters went down there to get his dagger. So yeah, why don't we just let him have a poison drink? Screw this guy.
No. Who on earth is Dolor? I must say, if this is a practical joke, it's not very amusing.
It was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face, and I will peel it from your skull should you interfere again.
Dolor cast Boots of Dimension Door on themselves. Sure. What is happening? So there's many Dolors? Oh, there's many of him. That means I don't know if the real one got away. And we've only got Alyssa to go before they all get to go. Or sorry, this guy gets to go second. Oh, they're gonna butcher so many innocents. It's this guy. All right, so let's ensnaring strike that guy. Except it's gonna break Hunter's Mark. I think that I do that though, because I can't stop him any other way. Yeah, if I have to give up Snaring Strike, then I do. And I don't want to have disadvantage. Why do I have disadvantage? Oh, because I'm threatened? I think I'm prepared to take the attack of opportunity. Alright, now we can do this. I mean, the alternative is we throw the Hunter's Mark on him and we try to, like, ice spell him. Oh, I don't know. Fine, we'll do that. And then we're going to use an ice arrow. And I might use a second one. They can probably just hop off of that, but anything to sort of make it more like they slip a little bit. And then let's move Alyssa back. Oh, everybody at the party was a shapeshifter and they all turned into Dolor. I think that's what's happened here. So who gets to go next? This fellow? Then let's see if we can lacerate. Okay, bleeding is good. And that is all of her attacks. Let's probably take Jaheira a little bit away. Oh, wait, I really like the idea of Grasping Vine. Let's put a Grasping Vine right next to these guys.
Stalking.
I think that's a poison vial that they're throwing at her. Alright, here's Astarion. The next Dolor that gets to go is this guy again, so why don't we try to get him off Alyssa? And based on where they are, I kind of want to choke up that inroad. Oh, that was so stupid. I wasn't looking at an attack of opportunity. I think that we're gonna do... I don't think I want to do the spike growth right now. Entangling them, though, would work real well. I don't really know why the camera focus is there when we do anything up there. Alright, hopefully that'll help. Karlach? Yes. And this is her anti-shapeshifter sword, so this goes real well. Yeah, there it goes. And she does have bonus throw, doesn't she? Pommel Strike, Frenzy. Doesn't she have like... Oh, no, she has to be raging to do the bonus throw. I probably should have done that. Entangle. Yeah, no, we've sort of got that. I want to keep their focus on us, not on the civilians. Azer. Let's see if we can jump Azer right into the thick of them. No. Well, we can try to dash then. Who goes first? This one back here. But that one's entangled. Let's focus on the one that's not. Then again, we do have a higher percentage, but no, we're going to focus on this guy. So let's move Hunter's Mark onto him. Did that... Oh, no, we just knocked him down. Jaheira. I think Jaheira is probably going to stay at a safe distance. Ray of Frost. No. How about arrow attack? Sure. Astarion. I feel like we can stay outside the flames, outside the vines, rather. They rolled an 18. Let's just keep with that. Awesome. Hit both of them, although not really on that second one. And that's no more attacking, right? No, just stay back here. Boy, Nymph growing her own healing berries is really great. I don't know that we can do anything from back here. Karlach. Now, Karlach doesn't take very much in the way of flame damage. She's very resistant to it, on account of always being on fire. And now that this area is on fire, I think Woodwode is just going to stand at a respectful distance. I don't think that we need to have him take more damage. Azer, though, he can run around in this all day long. That sucks. I mean, that we're gonna accept that outcome, but I guess I shouldn't have said his name. That was the mistake. I didn't realize that I thought that Dolor was like his actual first name. And it was just like, I thought he was gonna take it as, oh, my reputation precedes me. Why, yes, I will have the drink, even though we know who he is. But no, that was enough for him to figure out that he'd been made, and now it seems like he's gonna go get to kill somebody. I was optimistic that if we killed all of them quickly enough, we'd be okay. I guess on the plus side, he didn't kill any of the other friends here at the wine festival. Tombstone Shopkey. This could be a lead, a promising candidate. Interim report. The Scarred Dwarf is a promising candidate for Unholy Assassin. Though he's personally crude, his methods of homicide are artistic and even innovative. He has set up a deadly wine festival to eliminate his next target, and I, for one, will be observing it closely. Shalar Crawl. Cole, whatever. It's not where's that, even though it's not marked as being critical.
Highbury Townhouse.
Let's head in here. It's not the Steelwatch Foundry, but it seems like a bunch has happened here recently. Also, Cora here has to have something to say about it.
Looking to some protection, but my word, the cost. I still can't believe. Why would anyone want to kill me? Thank you for saving us.
We stopped Cora Highbury from drinking poisoned wine, saving her life, and got $992. Unlike, like, killing the rats, which was like a side thing, don't get me wrong, I like money, but I would just hand this back to her. Like, you don't have to pay me for stopping a killer, or at least frustrating a killer briefly.
Thank you for helping Cora. I couldn't do any of this without her.
I still can't believe. Why would
Wait, I want to talk to Roger.
I still can't.
Okay, I guess Roger just triggers that same dialogue.
I still can't believe. Thank you for saving Cora. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's just take a quick glance upstairs, and then otherwise we're going to continue to make our way towards the Seal Watch. I would love to be in a position that we can do the Seal Watch, if not this episode, then next one. Yeah, all right, let's not... Well, hold on. There's some letters here I bet we can read without stealing. A letter penned on an official flaming fist parchment. Tear stains lightly blot its ink. Dear Cora, I've tried to write this twice now, and I think it's best be plain. Jasek is dead. Drow and hobgoblins tore through our ranks, burnt Joaquin's rest to ash. Whatever you tell Molly, just make sure she knows her daddy's the bravest man who ever lived. May Helm watch your hearth and home. Fist Ephron. I remember Joaquin's rest. I remember the fire. If I don't happen to remember the specific name, but yeah, Molly the orphan, I guess she lost her father at that event. I hope it wasn't somebody who I could have saved. Letter penned on official flaming fist parchment. Thank you, Cora, for taking Molly under your wing. I wish there was another way that I could stay and look after her myself, but when the fist calls, I have to answer. I'll be back before you know it. I'm sure I've got Ephron looking out for me after all. Yours vigilantly, Jasek. Larroakan, the Wizard of Waterdeep. So we're going to want to have Gale in our party before we go there. The fireworks place and the coop. Help the hag survivors. Oh gosh, I want to do that as well. And then who are you? Murder target Cora. Well, we talked to her already. I mean, she's as safe as she's going to get. I can't tell her more about what's going on. All right, since we're at camp, why don't we do a quick look at the level up? Hide in plain sight. Camouflage yourself with your environment to become invisible and gain a +10 bonus to stealth checks as long as you stand still. This lasts until long rest. Invisibility ends early if you move, attack, cast another spell, take an action, or take damage. So can you only do it once per long rest? I would suspect. Yes, we get another favorite enemy and natural explorer. Let's take a look at favorite enemy, maybe. It's her second highest skill. All right, I think that we might go with Sanctified Stalker. She liked Shadowheart and hung out with her and came away a little bit more religious than she used to be. Let's do it. An Urban Tracker is narratively really cool. I just don't know if it's mechanically that cool, because I'm not stealing a lot in this playthrough. There's a version of this story where I pickpocket every single person we walk across, and that's not what we're doing here. So I think we're just going to go with Wasteland Wanderer Cold. I do like the image that I have of this character as having said, you know what sucks? City infrastructure, and just went and lived out in the middle of the woods for a really long time. So I think that that's the way that we're going to go. And she lived in a very hot and a very cold place. So there we go. For Karlach here, we get Relentless Rage once per short rest. If you drop to 0 hit points while in rage, you'll gain 1 hit point instead of being downed. That seems incredibly useful. She doesn't go down often, but now we know she can get back up if she does. Gale gains 2 spells, and this one we might dip out to see what we don't have scrolls for. The only other person that I know of that can do force damage is Will. I might take down Circle of Death. I think we're going to do Create Undead and Disintegrate. Final answer. Shield is a lifesaver. We use it all the time. Fireball is always awesome. See Invisibility has come in handy on a number of occasions. It's one of those things, that spells that does nothing until the moment you need it, and then you are endlessly glad that you have it. Oh yeah, and Counterspell. We can't live without Counterspell. I think we take out Witch Bolt and we put in Create Undead. And then I'd love to have Disintegrate in here somewhere. How many of these spell slots do we have? Do we know? I have no idea. There's no point in preparing more than we can cast. So I'll tell you what, let's just have the Create Undead, and then he will have his own mummy friend. I think we have to find a corpse, though, to make it happen.
I'm gonna grow up to be a great wizard and wade through my enemies with spells of fire and blood. Mostly fire.
Just look at her. She hasn't been this excited since her birthday.
Cool. Seriously cool. My favourite firework colour is like dark violet because it's the most cool.
Sweet. A magic show. It's been ages since there was any fun in this city.
Guess there are other uses for magic besides fighting off invading cultists. But I wonder if these mages shouldn't be in the battle.
Yeah! I mean, yeah, verily, behold and stuff. Just like Astondo the Greater says.
Oh, that is a press-on tattoo.
Great, isn't it? These are just cantrips. I can keep this up all day.
Behold the sacred illuminations of the mysterious ancients. Back off, Chop, you're too close. Do you want to lose your eyebrows?
Come get your copy of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. When the mouth speaks, the city shakes. All right there, Chief. Can I interest you in a copy of our fine broadsheet?
Absolutely.
Have a gander at that. Come back tomorrow if you fancy fresh news.
I know it's like a gossip rag or whatever, but I don't know. I like the news hawkers and I like the art that we get to look at. And this seems absolutely like stuff that we've already seen. But still, we made that Kid's Day. Kid gets to go back and say that he made his cell quota or whatever.
Let me back in. I'll bring Larroakan out here, you tin tube.
You tell Larroakan I went for his goddamn night song, and now he has to pay up. What are you looking at? Shit, it's you. You went looking for the night song after me. Please tell me you found it.
Why? Boy, I don't remember this guy if I ever had a chat with him before. Oh, you guys, I have to put my insight ring back on. I forgot to do that. Who are you trying to get at inside?
Larroakan, the wizard who set out the contract. He owns this place. And his little page boy inside knows how to get to him. Larroakan said it'd be easy money. A smash and grab. Get in, get the night song, go. Turns out his little relic was in a temple of Shah, beneath an army of goblins. Would never have taken my people in if I'd known. I can't bring them back. But I can make Larroakan cough up. Especially if you found the relic.
So he's looking for restitution, feeling like he was misled into this situation, but I'm over here thinking, dude, if it was easy to find, Larroakan would have gone to go get it himself. He was looking for a band of adventurers because it was gonna be very dangerous. The fact they didn't specify the size, scope, or depth of the danger, I'm not sure that that makes Larroakan responsible for this. At the same time, he's looking for money for all the friends that he lost. I kind of get it. I'm going to be straight with him. I haven't done a lot of deception in the game, and I generally am against that. I just don't know how it benefits me to lie to this guy. I found the night song. Turns out it wasn't a relic, but an Aasimar.
An Aasimar? Hells. If I'd known, I'd have asked for more gold. Kidnapping costs more than theft.
Don't forget, I'm the one who gave you that contract. I want my cut.
Okay, if I have ever seen this guy before, I just don't remember it. I'm more into Deception. She's immortal and tough. You can forget about turning her in for a reward. I haven't been paid yet. Oh yeah, no, we're not going to have him go and, like, roust up a big fight at the Night Song. At the Elf Song, rather. Piss off. 15. Interesting. I thought we literally just did that, but that's fine. Nope, that's not going to get it done. And I'm not going to burn inspiration on this. Even if we have it. Nah.
Only place I'm going is wherever you've got the asana stashed. Hope you hid her well, mate.
I don't think that Night Song has anything to worry about from that one dude. But now I'm glad that I didn't tell him that she's immortal and extremely powerful. We saw her comet stomp Ketheric Thorm into the ground. I just don't think that she has anything to worry about Mr. Level 3 Ranger or whatever that guy's deal is. Examine the armor to discern its nature. I feel like this couldn't hurt, and we do have Arcana proficiency from being a Mage Breaker. Apparently I like 8s today. Hey, we did it!
This armor is a construct animated by powerful magic. It has no soul or power of speech, but it follows the directives of its master. It feels no pain and knows no morality. It will act on behalf of its master and perish when the magic that binds it is severed.
It can't speak, but I assume that it will let me know if it's upset if I want to go inside. And if it has no soul, it's not going to mind if we skip the pleasantries. Boy, would I not want to live in the neighborhood where that was going on all day.
Look around. Excuse me, can't stop. There's only so much shopping time left before the Absolute breaches the city.
I want a pet elemental, but Mumbus says I'm not old enough. I wouldn't let it die like the goldfish, though.
Water elemental appears to turn towards you, showering everything with a bracing mist.
I really want to talk to people. I want to talk to somebody with Gale present before we go searching too deeply.
Welcome, dear patron, to Sorcerous Sundries. I am an unperson in service of the revered wizard Larroakan, proprietor of this fine establishment. To browse our wares, say trade. To provide information about the Night Song, say Night Song. If you are a city official here to collect dues, say taxes. For all other inquiries, say other.
I'm curious if we go off script. You say you're an unperson, what's that? Plus, my character is like, what, like a level 9, you know, intelligence score of 9. Let's just, hey, what's that?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your query. To browse our wares, say trade. To provide information about the Night Song, say Night Song. If you are a city official here to collect dues, say taxes. For all other inquiries, say other.
It looks like you're attempting to disable the projection. Would you like help with that? Let's skip straight to it, I feel like. Night Song.
The provision of information that leads to the retrieval of the Night Song is worth a great deal to Master Larroakan. Do you have information regarding the night song?
Yes.
Please proceed upstairs for further instructions. Thank you. Please come again soon and have a magical day.
I'm sure it just says to go upstairs, so we'll head up there. I do want to check the inventory, though.
Welcome back to Sorcerous Sundries. Feast your eyes. Please come again soon.
Let's go upstairs and talk to Larroakan.
Look, a bookseller. She can point us to the tome I need.
Bookseller. Is that her?
Do you think that zombie looks fresh? Is fresh good? I never know with zombies.
Apologies. I'm with a customer at the moment.
A newborn zombie gazes at you hungrily, pus drooling from its slack jaw.
Did anybody see a bookseller? I will have gone all the way around in the wrong direction.
Literature department. Can I help you?
Sure, I'm trying to find out about a particular Netherese crown. Have you anything on that subject?
These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence.
I take it this is quieter. We're going to repeat the question.
Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Larroakan was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiat Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, Sights of the Seelie, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you?
Gale. Probably the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, since it was Karsus that made the crown and apparently destroyed the Netherese civilization.
It is said to be written by Lord Karsus himself, the Netherese arcanist who attempted to replace the goddess Mystra, failed, and was banished for the attempt. Great magical knowledge lies within those pages, but not many can withstand it.
That's it. That's what I need.
The Annals of Karsus would no doubt have much to say about the crone's true nature. If only you could read them.
How much for me to buy it from you?
Buy? Books as temperamental as these are not on sale. They are secured in our vault, where none can harm them, nor can they do any harm. Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The Annals of Karsus are best left unread.
We do have a good amount of gold, but she seems very dedicated. I came all the way here from Neverwinter to admire your collection. Couldn't I just peek in the vault? My deception is not very good. Intimidation is only going to get me reported to the animated armor. Isn't it your job to share knowledge, not keep it locked away? At least tell me where the vault is. I feel like nobody is stupid enough to fall for that. Let's give it a shot, though, since it's better than every other option that I have. And it's just going to be our baseline... Oh my god. I might expend some inspiration on this, if needed. All right, let's give it a shot. We've got up to a +8. Holy shit.
Customers like you are why I prefer the company of books. The only way to gain access to the vault is through my office. And before you ask, no, you are not allowed in there either.
So you claim that you enjoy sharing knowledge, but you're not going to tell me the combination to the safe in your office. Seems kind of hypocritical to me. I'm just no. If we do this, she's just going to be more on alert. Thank you. I've learned more than enough.
You certainly have. Even simple knowledge of these tones is enough to stimulate most.
So we're definitely going to have to get that, not because I care about it very much, but obviously Gale does. Hold on, I'm going to F5 it, because I only want the stuff that's not stealing.
You're a fellow bargain hunter, I see. The hidden gems here are far better value than the rare books Tolna keeps locked behind the desk.
Better that will fit in my pack.
I like that these mystical herbs are given out like they're pizza bites at a Costco.
Would you mind if I finished browsing before you muscle in, please? I was here first, actually.
Where is the famous Larroakan? His shop is a nutter shambles.
There's not much left. Looks like folks heard the Absolute was on the march and bought everything that wasn't nailed down.
That potion of invisibility is not marked as stealing, and that just seems unlikely.
Treating you, Gale.
Oh, quite well, as a matter of fact. Since it was stabilized, it's been humming along nicely. I have noticed one adverse side effect. I seem to be losing hair in some unexpected places.
I can only imagine.
Please don't.
Welcome, dear patron, to the floor at the top of the stairs. If you have information about the Night Song, great riches await. If you are here to waste the great wizard Larroakan's time, reconsider. Let your knowledge determine your path forward.
A projection of the wizard Larroakan has set us a puzzle to solve before getting an audience with him. We need to select the right portal to step through. I'm not even sure I want to talk to this guy about this, because isn't he going to want to have Night Song? I feel like I'm going in to have a conversation with him just so I can say, oh yeah, no, I found her, she's fine. And she's fine, so we'll see you later. Why even do that? But I have to say that my curiosity is enough that I do want to do this, and maybe just not right this second, because who even knows? If we knew where that lady's office was, we might check that out. All right, I'll tell you what. With no information to go on for the portals, why don't we walk through the blue one?
Personal safety. It is ill-advised to waste Master Larroakan's time.
Okay. That went badly. Okay, can somebody go get her up, please? What is happening? Help her. What is going on? I was willing to accept the loss of all my hit points, but why could I not help me back up? So clearly that's not correct, but rather than brute forcing this, there has to be more to this.
Welcome back, dear patron. Remember that the Great Wizard doesn't suffer fools who waste his time. Let your knowledge determine your path forward.
Oh, hold on, there's plaques. Hold on, I didn't see the plaques before.
The Night Song is an immortal being, the child of a deity.
Well, that seems correct.
The Night Song is a priceless ruby from a realm beyond our own. The Night Song is an ancient potion that allows its drinker to become irresistibly attractive to man and god alike. The Night Song is a druidic staff that allows its bearer command over an army of ancient beasts.
Okay. I have to say, I kind of respect the fact that if you don't even know what the Night Song is, you are ejected from the shop and also killed. But technically outside the walls, so there's no investigation. But no, now that I just didn't see the plaques before. I was sort of distracted by the giant sliders portals.
Hold very still, Midclaw. Craig's aim is much improved, but still leaves something up to chance.
Yes, sir.
All right, Craig. Ready? Aim. Oh. We have a visitor. At ease. McClaw, you may go. I see no Night Song. Surely you wouldn't have entered my tower without the Night Song in hand? Surely you wouldn't have wasted my time?
He doesn't want his time wasted. Neither do I. What do you want with her?
Fascinating. You've been to Shah's temple, haven't you? To the Shadowfell?
You speak as though you've seen the Night Song yourself.
Alas, I've paid for a good deal of very privileged information. Now I await the results of the generous contract I've commissioned. Answer now, or see what happens when fools misuse my valuable time.
I have a bad feeling about how this encounter is going to go. She's been buried, ended, taken down, offed. She's dead. Well, I do have some inspiration. We could sell this if we wanted. It would get people off of her back. She is very capable, but also this guy is presumably very powerful as well, and at a minimum could really be a harassment to her. Do we go for rogue deception? Maybe. I'm not willing to tell him. Why do you want her so badly? We're gonna go with this first.
I'm growing tired of this repartee, my friend. Let us cut to the chase. Beautiful, isn't it? Worth more than your life, too. I bought it from a Kalashite warlock. There's very little of his soul left to him. It can bind a celestial to the wearer's service with a snap of the fingers. And this can keep her in place. forever.
We could tell her where he is, but he's got a circle that can apparently re-trap her, and I want her to stay as far away from this as possible. That idea of eternal prison with eternal life is horrifying. Why would I... He probably knows about Ketheric Thorm. I feel like the longer this goes on, the less likely he is to believe the lie. But let me guess, like Ketheric Thorm before you, you wish to become immortal.
It didn't work out for poor Ketheric, did it? He was a fool. A desperate mercenary who poured out his soul to whichever god flattered him. I serve no god, but that which stares back at me in the mirror. The night song will be put to a grand purpose, equalizing man and god. Whoever helps me attain that which I seek will be greatly rewarded.
Wait, what happened to the she died? There's more to divinity than lifespan, and staring at a mortal won't make you a god.
Of course not. But perhaps, after enough lifetimes, I might make a start of it.
He would seek the power of gods for the pettiest of reasons. His own gratification. At least I seek them for the better of all.
What's that? I didn't quite catch the words, but the insolent tone was clear enough.
Pitying, not insolent. You chase one power without knowing an even greater one lies within my reach. The crown of Carsus. Once we acquire it, your ambitions will be dwarfed. I will be able to stand against Mystra and wrest her powers from her for the betterment of all.
The crown of Carsus? Nonsense. Even if it still existed, you couldn't possibly handle its power.
Perhaps you could not. But Netherill's power is in my blood. And Mystra? I know her in ways that most mortals can only dream of.
Ah, so it is you. Mystra's discarded lapdog. And now you think your bark is cause to make me tremble?
There is no need for me to bark. My actions will speak for themselves. In time.
Then go. Act. I'll open a fine vintage in your name once word of your failure reaches me.
Okay, I think it's time that we just go. I was really worried that Gale was gonna completely spill the beans there, but let's go for Rogue Deception. I'm just concerned that at this point it's gonna have a DC of like 25. Oh boy. Let's try. 15. 15 is doable. With our bonus and our rogueness. Come on. Okay. Even with a +1.
Dead? That cannot be. It is immortal. A god.
She was a Selionite held by Sharans. Her death was inevitable.
Is that meant to be some consolation? It was the key to my immortality. How can this be? How can this be? Shit!
Okay. No fight. That's good. I'm just gonna F5 that. Crank is not gonna have anything to say. Sorry, when I say I don't like what Miklar represents. This guy seems like he's just being used as a test subject, and that sucks.
You'll bring him the night song, won't you? He'll be so very pleased, so very happy if his plans materialize.
Yeah, he seems like somebody who just needs that one last thing, and then he'll be just super happy and satisfied with his life.
Your terrible tidings have cost me everything. My grand design. Dashed to ruins. This always happens to me.
Okay. Well, I feel like if nothing else, we have achieved freeing Night Song of having this guy, like, annoy her a whole bunch. So we probably just go back downstairs in the portal, but let me just see if there's anything I probably don't want to touch. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of you can't really get there from here. Did we talk to Headercross?
You look like you could drink an entire water elemental in one go.
I feel like a water elemental would taste like pool water. Yeah, they wouldn't be chlorinated, but also, you just have to imagine they're picking up all sorts of scum off the ground all the time. So, I think that we're going to call it here. Between now and next episode, I'll bounce back to the inn, grab all the stuff out of the chest, get it sold, take a look through Gale's spells, and learn the new stuff, and we will come back and be ready to move on with the next phase here. And we're going to continue to really try to target our way down to the Steel Watch Foundry, so that we can try to take those out. Because I would say that our general plan is go take out the Steel Watch, go take out Gortash, go take out Orin, in that order. And by the way, get Lae'zel back, because that's kind of a big deal. We'll call it there, and hopefully be back for some more Baldur's Gate 3 very, very soon. And until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope we'll see you again in the next one.